Major labels are huge. I'm talking Warner, Universal, Sony Music. In fact, Sony Music posted record profits in 2018 with $1 billion in revenue for that year. They are powerhouses. They can take an artist and drive them to success until they have hit the big time and are getting played on rotation on every single radio station. But do you really want to get signed? What actually happens when you get signed? We're going to cover that in this video. Ever since the 1960s, major labels have been just so influential. If you got signed to a major label, that was your opportunity. They would actually sign you based on how good your music is and actually drive your music to be successful based on spending money and getting your music into influential places. They would get your music on the radio, TV interviews, they would actually get your music into record stores, and they might even put your face on a billboard. And because of this, now artists dream of getting signed to a major label because of this power that they've had for so many years. They spend all of their time and resources trying their best to get signed. But the problem is, artists seem to think that they still have this secret power of being able to get your music into places where you couldn't do it yourself. Because previously, the label would sign you just because your music is good. And a lot of musicians and artists are still relying on that because that's what you guys do best. You make good music. So you're hoping that that's going to be the driver for you to get signed by a major label. But unfortunately, that's completely changed. Major labels are looking for ready-made fan bases. They know that they're out there, and artists have the ability to grow their own fan base organically, and then that's when they sign them. So artists are spending so much time trying to find A&Rs and reach them and get their music considered to major labels. And then I've even seen some artists actually take comfort in the fact that they can blame a major label for not signing them on why their career hasn't been successful. But the truth is, major labels don't have any kind of influential power anymore. What they actually do is the same as what you can do right now. They'll try and get your music onto Spotify playlists. You can do that through the submission form now. You can actually use Facebook ads to be able to get your music out there. Use Instagram ads as well. They'll do that as well. And also, they will pay influencers to give your music shout outs. Again, this is all accessible to you. So if you actually strip away the money from the labels, then you're on a level playing field. And the truth is, you don't actually need money to start these things. You can start all three of those things today. So if you put all your time and resources into actually growing a fan base rather than hoping a major label will sign you, then that is more likely to get you signed. It might be useful to actually tell you what happens when you get signed, because it's not a case of you get signed and then fans come screaming at you because you've been on TV, radio, billboards, and people just can't move without seeing you. What actually happens is you get an advance payment, and in return for that advance, you get, say, a 3-release deal where for your next 3 releases, they will take a cut of your royalties. So they have you on that exclusive deal for those releases. And it's not a huge amount of money, it's just a few $1,000s, and most artists will spend that on the production of the album or maybe a music video, or they'll spend it on promotion. You don't get any guidance from the label itself. You do have one contact at the label, but they don't really have a say in what you do, and they barely suggest anything to you in terms of expertise. You don't get access to all of the expertise at the top, which are working on the biggest artists at the label. What they're actually wanting to do is just see how you get on. They will give this advance to hundreds of different artists that they like and have shown a promise to grow a fan base. Then, when one of them takes off, that is when they reap the rewards, and they can actually pay for all of the lost causes that didn't actually make it. So basically, they're just playing a numbers game. So the question I have for you is, and comment below, what would you do with that advance? You are given a $5,000 advance from a label and they're going to take 30% of your royalties on 3 releases. Tell me down below, what would you actually do with that money? Because I'm willing to bet that you would actually start doing the things that you could do right now. You could actually just start doing your influencer marketing, your social media, your Spotify plugging, and there is absolutely no difference. So my advice to you is stop chasing the A&Rs, stop trying to get signed. If you are good enough and you grow the fan base, the labels will find you and they will come to you. If you've enjoyed this video and found it useful, give it a like. If you want to see more music marketing videos like this, subscribe and we'll see you in the next one.